from the city where pressure makes legends. This is Big Blue Reborn.
What's good, Big Blue family? Welcome to Big Blue Reborn, where we talk real New York Giants football. No fluff, no corporate takes, just honest breakdowns and real standards. I'm Milton. This is my cousin Ethan, and this week we got a special episode for you. As you can see, it's only one screen. We're both in the same room.
Yeah.
Happy holidays to all of y'all.
Yes, sir.
Special Easter event, right?
Mm-hmm.
This week, though, the Big Blue check-in. We're going to go over Harbaugh's comments at the owners' meetings, how we feel about his comments and the direction of the Giants, his vision. I'm going to go over a few of the quotes. We'll both go over a few of the quotes that he said, just so that way we can kind of touch base with exactly what was said. So I'm going to start off with the first quote that really stood out to me.
Okay.
Cool. Right here, Harbaugh he was talking about Isaiah Likely. He was talking about how he's definitely going to be a playmaker in New York. And what he said was Harbaugh said he's certain that Likely will put numbers up when it's necessary. And then Jackson Dart is really going to like the way he runs routes, gets into the quarterback's line of vision. He's got a big catch radius. He can make plays after the catch. He can get upfield. He can make people miss. He can run people over. He's a very good perimeter blocker, and you'll see that will be good for the run game. So that right there gets me excited because we had Theo Johnson last year, of course.
Yeah.
But giving him another target, tall, quick, that can move in and out of the pocket. Now that we lost Wan'Dale, putting Isaiah Likely in the slot, like we doubling the size of that receiver.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So if we weren't able to see Wan'Dale in the little dink and dunks and we had to wait till the play was broken and then he can leak out, now we don't have to wait for that.
Right.
Isaiah's cutting across the middle. You can see him. He's way bigger than this linebacker that was chasing him, so it's definitely going to be great things to see him with new weapons.
Right. And one thing I like about Isaiah Likely is that he's a really good movement blocker. I see a couple of plays of him just when he's moving, he's able to get his hat on the right side and move people out the way. So that's going to be really good for the running backs, being able to be able to bounce off of his blocks and be able to just cut up field and just make more plays for us.
Yep.
So
yeah,
Isaiah Likely is a really good addition for our team.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a problem. Yeah. I think he's gonna get a lot more opportunities that he didn't get in Baltimore because of Mark Andrews and everything like that. So put him in that kind of starter role, giving him a lot more reps. We're gonna see a lot more from him. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and Isaiah Likely, he's always had like a touchdown in almost every playoff game he's been in. So like he don't drop the ball when it counts.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, Mark Andrews would drop the ball a lot in key situations for them.
Hey,
it's true.
I appreciate Mark Andrews.
I know, right? Yeah.
Again, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I appreciate it.
Definitely.
Next quote that he said for me that really stood out, and it's not long, but the state of the offensive line he was asked about. It's a work in progress. So that's just a stale statement that Giants fans don't want to hear. Like we've been dealing with this for 10 years. We don't have a line. So it's like we want to see this moving a little bit faster. But I'm still going to say I stand on that. In Harbaugh we trust. And I think he's cooking up something. They're planning something. They're gonna do something, and I think they're gonna make a few more moves before the draft comes. So we just gotta be patient.
Right. Or even in the draft, if we pick up, don't be surprised if they draft a guard twice or even a tackle or something, because Andrew Thomas isn't always healthy, and the offensive line is different. And the fact that he said it's a work in progress. Also, we were top 5 in rushing last year.
Yeah.
So, and I wouldn't say our offensive line was run based. Most of that probably was Jackson Dart using his legs, but still, nonetheless, our running backs before Cam Scatterbo got hurt, we was able to run the ball, and it was getting more and more effective. We were opening up the run and things like that. And I feel like even with our offensive line, our passing game, Jackson Dart had enough time. It was just more or less him rookie mistakes, holding the ball too long under center, not trusting his read, or whatever it may be. All right, because how many plays have we seen Jackson Dart? Let me make a move and try and make some magic happen because he ain't trusted. But he had time. That was never like, oh, the guard is getting blown up every
Yeah, no,
single
no.
time. Like the games I watch, it wasn't
It
like
was more of like extra processing, him trying to be the superhero as opposed to just
it
letting the
wasn't that
play, like the
internal
play
quick
was done.
pressure, bro.
Yeah.
So
No, you're right. And the line's been performing much better the last couple of years, I'll say.
yeah,
So we're trending in the right direction. I hope we can continue trending in that direction. As long as we can keep good performance in the line and keep Dart safe, because that's my main thing. If we can keep him up, we can keep it safe, keep him in the backfield, let him throw the ball more often,
right.
and we should be in good shape. I don't mind him running. I love it when he runs. I don't want him running 75% of the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, Jackson Dart needs to put his slide. Yeah, you do need to slide. You're an NFL quarterback. You know that. But look, I'm all for it. If you want to go try to truck this linebacker to get this first down on third down, just don't do it in the first quarter.
Yeah, let it be your opposite. Don't let it be the throwing shoulder because you might, you know what I'm saying?
Just be smart about it. First quarter, you don't need to be trucking people. Look, we know, bro.
We know you can do it.
We watched you, bro. We trust you.
Exactly.
We got you.
So, okay. Let me talk about John Harbaugh was asked, how do you coach the Giants to finish? He said every team asks that question. They try to find an answer every single day. It's the answer you got to find. And he said they lived it for 18 years, lived it for 28 years in the National Football League, trying to find ways to win the game. And right there, I'm sure other Ravens fans have seen, like, were mad with John Harbaugh, like, his teams weren't finishing. Even we just talked about Mark Andrews dropping the ball and the team's not finishing, but I don't really necessarily think that was a defensive issue. But and for the Giants, it has been a defensive issue, in my opinion. Like, I can just think back to the Denver Broncos game where we pretty much were winning that game all game. And then
3 quarters.
3 quarters. And now they were scoring touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. That's defensive lapse. So whether that could have been a defensive coordinator or not, but it all comes back to finishing the game. So if we could find new ways to win the game on defense and being, defensively sound, having people in the right places, our defensive backfield are smart, dependable. They're talking to the coaches, saying that, okay, I see they like to run this offensive play, and just seeing certain things, or even taking risks. Colson Debo was known for taking more risks when he was the New Orleans Saints and getting some picks and things like that. So, I just want us to get more back to that, where we can make those plays and let our defense be the reason why we're winning games and just shutting teams out. So
that's what the Giants were built on. That defense, that's where they got their name from, man. You think back to the days. I know I've only watched highlights. I didn't get to see like LT play like live, but I watched those games and I'm like, dawg, I don't know what coaches were doing trying to deal with him.
Right. I mean,
and what can you even say? They were just, try to make sure that he doesn't hit our quarterback. Like that's about it. You couldn't really do much else. Just pray. Tell the quarterback, hey, we're gonna have long nights.
But the thing is, like, even when we had Michael Strahan, OC McNair, Justin Tuck, like, just our defense was a solid factor and everything. Like, yeah, Eli used to be good in fourth quarter comebacks and all that stuff, but
the defense
definitely helped and gave them more opportunities to win that game. So
especially JPP too. Oh man,
yeah, JPP. We'll talk about him a little bit.
Oh man,
so, just getting back to that sound defensive line, just trying to find ways to win games, especially on the defense. Because on the offense, I think with Jackson Dart, every time Jackson Dart has the ball, we're gonna feel like he's gonna be able to win the game. So
something good's gonna happen.
So they were also there was another quote Harbaugh was talking about, like, on the defense, like he's saying he could live with T. Higgins or Jamar Chase winning like a outside jump ball every once in a while, because those offensive players get paid. But if a team's running the ball on us for 4 or 5 yards at a clip consistently, it's the end of the world, and that's a disaster. So if that's how we want to feel, like we stop the run completely. We don't want the run going nowhere. We want teams one-dimensional. So about him saying that, you can live with that kind of stuff, but you can't live with teams running the ball. That means
Yeah.
our defensive line, our linebackers are going to have to be coached very well.
Yep.
A good rotation of players. Doesn't matter who's coming in. They're going to know the players, going to be able to, take that first step and be ahead of the offense and just be smart and do things that will allow other teams to only be one dimensional, because that's a big thing.
Yeah.
We know you're only passing. Our defensive line was touted to be one of the best in the NFL last year. Let them be that if we always know they're only passing.
Yep.
Let Abdul Carter put his ears back.
They
Let
can eat.
let Dexter Lawrence get back to sacking the quarterback a lot.
Yep.
He had a down year because he's played so well,
Mhm.
but let him be able to get back to making those plays and not feeling like everything's on him. If he don't make a play, the defense, nothing happens.
Yeah.
So, and we want Kayvon Thibodeau to make plays. We want Brian Burns to make plays. Teron Edmonds, he needs to start making plays.
Yep.
He ain't even got his Giants uniform on, but he got to start making plays
Hey,
now,
look,
bro.
you already know.
In the film room.
You already know.
I hope that with the coaching staff and the mindset, knowing that the run is something we've been bad at stopping the run ever since Joe Shane's been here.
Yeah.
We've been bad at stopping them. We really need to stop the run and be consistent with it. Be a team that that the team might get like 20, 25 yards rushing all game on us, and that's 5 yards each quarter. And let that be it. So hopefully put the emphasis on the defense.
I'm a piggyback off of that statement. I will say this. Look, that was probably one of my favorite quotes as well,
Okay.
because of the fact that he said, "Look, we'll let those superstar receivers get one,"
Yeah,
and he didn't even say go off. He said, "We'll let them catch one or two. It's nothing." But if a team is running consistently 4 to 5 yards on us, like, that's the end of the world. That means he's gonna let his coaches know.
Yeah.
I better not see no
That is unacceptable.
Nobody better be getting 7 to 8 yards every carry. So I'm excited to see what they do with that. Again, it's all speculation, it's all words, but with what he's done in the past, his tenure, I'm really excited to see what he does and what the coaching staff does with that. Because I think they're gonna get players back into a groove that we haven't seen them in a while. Deonte Banks, when he was playing with Wink, that his rookie year, he wasn't amazing. But when it came down to the one-on-one coverage, he was locking up some of the best corners when it comes down to like that man-to-man. If you're not giving him a whole look, it could be this or it could be that. Just tell him, hey, you got to stick this one person. Like he did a really good job with that. So I'm hoping Denard Wilson can get in his ear, get them right. But get that front seven. Get them correct. Get them correct. Because what we were expecting last year, I want to see it this year.
Yeah.
I want to see it this year because I know they got the coaching staff now. It's not a question.
Right.
We're not sitting here like, what are they gonna do? Well, we are saying that, but they all have resumes.
Yeah.
Before we were saying that with people that didn't have resumes or not great ones. So we're gonna see what happens with that. Yeah. Moving right along into the big blue spotlight. The big blue. Big blue spotlight this week. Are we becoming the New York Ravens?
Shoot.
So, tell me, Ethan, what you think off the top of your head? Like, they're saying we're more physical, run first defense. The identity's switching. Are we becoming the Ravens?
I mean, the thing is, I hope so. In the fact that with the Ravens, they have Lamar. They had that opportunity to make it to the playoffs every year. I'm sure I was a Ravens fan. If I was a Ravens fan, I felt like Lamar would take us to the promised land every single year. You got that quarterback back there, but we got JD6. He makes magic. He makes us feel like when he has the ball, he can score. He can make those plays. Yeah, there were some rookie mistakes last year, but those are exactly what they were, rookie mistakes. And with the mindset of having solid, smart defensive players, you look at the Ravens teams of the past few years, they always had solid top what top 10, top 15 defenses that were always there.
Mhm.
Yeah, if they were missing a player, there was always somebody else stepping up that were making plays.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, we are kind of becoming the New York Ravens, but we still the Giants, you know.
Yeah.
So we just have to they have to make plays consistently to be known as a team that's not going to slip up here or there. You know, they're always defensive sound. They're always in their gaps. They're always a one step ahead. It's hard to move the ball on them. So, yeah, I mean, defensively, I hope we get that mindset because I don't ever think the Ravens were like an offensive team.
Mhm.
You know, they didn't really have like, all right, boom, Zay Flowers is like their best receiver. If Zay Flowers is on our team, is he the best receiver? No. He's he's fighting with Darius Slayton for number 2, you know, or if when we pick up another old head receiver that might come back, is he fighting for receiver number 2? So you don't know. So
Yeah.
go ahead. What you got?
I'll be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
Are we the New York Ravens? Look, if we're talking about just mentality, I don't have a problem with that. The Ravens win games.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as New York is concerned, as far as being in New York is concerned, you can't be upset with that statement. Now, did a lot of people from the team come here? Yes.
Yeah.
Did a lot of coaches come from that team? Yes. But we got to see how they're going to perform when they're in New York.
Yeah.
And for me, I think as long as we take the mentality that they had,
Yeah.
there's not going to be no issues with what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to continue to drive. They're going to continue to thrive, I should say, and push the ball forward. And what that's going to do for us is going to take us to the playoffs. It might take us to a Super Bowl sooner rather than later.
Right.
So I don't have a problem with people saying it's the New York Ravens. I don't really care. But I still say, look, it's just a mental thing. As far as the team is concerned, we're the Giants. Harbaugh came through and put that blue on. There's no more purple, no more black, none of that. It's the blue,
Big
the
blue.
red, and the white. We out here.
Yeah.
Big blue.
So, shoot.
But from there, right, we're going to roll right into the roll call. Roll call.
Okay.
So this I ask every week. I'm asking you guys, everybody watching, this week, would you bring back Odell Beckham? Are you bringing OBJ back to New York?
Yeah, this one's a good one.
This is going to be an interesting conversation. I think yes. Think we should bring him back.
Okay.
I think we should bring him back. What about you, Ethan?
I do not think we bring him back, bro. Because
all right,
there's so many reasons why I don't think we should bring him back, unless somebody gets hurt. Then it makes sense. Because all right. Number one, Odell was number 1 here. He was the man here, and now he's going to come in as an older vet role. Yeah, he might be all right with that, but now look at the players that we did sign that were supposed to be getting more reps: Calvin Austin, Darnell Mooney, even Darius Slayton. Yeah, he signed a big deal a couple of years ago, and now think about it: if Odell's here, like those plays are going to be going to him. The media, everyone's in his ear. Malik Neighbors drops the ball. Now it's just like, come on, throw OBJ in the game, and nobody. I'm not trying to hear all that. Like, does Jackson Dart need to be hearing that? Does he need to be answering questions on that 3rd down when Malik Neighbors was double covered and you threw it to, or no, when who do you like more, this and that, stuff like that. It's just like, it's a lot because Odell brings a veteran presence, but he also brings a lot more with that. That's his vibe. That's his aura. So it's cool and that. And then think about it. If I'm Calvin Austin, if I'm Darnell Mooney, and y'all, this is what you can do for me, a projection league. Now look at it. He not getting those plays. Those guys not getting those plays. Odell's getting those plays, And then it's just like, yo, hold up. I'm supposed to be getting this film to move on to my next team or re-sign with you guys. Because then y'all can use that at the negotiation table. We didn't use y'all. We used 33-year-old Odell, or I don't know how old he is. But you get what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's a touchy subject. But, I mean, I'm going to keep it a beam. I'm a Giants fan through and through. Odell came, it's just like, yeah, I would love it for nostalgia. Like, oh yeah, he was one of the greatest receivers for us. Like, yeah. But then the true fan sports side, like, yeah, making the Giants better. I don't think it's better for us, in the long term. So,
Okay.
and you think we should bring him back?
Okay.
Why?
So he's got like the devil's advocate and the
Yeah,
angel on one side, like,
yeah.
hey, bring him back, the devil's
But
advocate.
the devil a little bit bigger,
He's
talking
just like, yo, don't do it.
nah.
See,
Man.
you see how I flipped it though. You
Mhm.
didn't catch that. But
Don't do it.
so listen, I hear what you're saying.
All right.
And that's what everybody's saying online. He's gonna be the Odell, the media circus.
Yeah.
His name brings a lot.
Mhm.
Just his name alone brings a lot.
Yeah.
I look at it like this. If we can get him on the team earlier rather than later, meaning before OTAs, get him to build the camaraderie with the receivers, show them how he does what he does and things of that nature. At that point in time, I think he can be a mentor to everybody that's in the locker room.
Okay.
So we're not getting that long, blonde-haired, three-finger catch Odell back. Like, look, that was amazing. We're not going to see that player no more. He's older.
Right.
But the benefit is we're getting a veteran. We're getting somebody that can coach the other receivers. We're getting somebody that can speak to the receivers in a manner that, hey, I already did this.
Yeah.
This is what you should do in order for you to thrive. This is what you should do to get that next contract. This is what you should do to make sure that you can stay on the team. This is what I think he brings to the team, is more of a knowledge piece, that knowledge gap that they didn't have. Darius Slayton is a veteran in the locker room, but with that same breath, what has he really done? He's been on our team. I love it. He's been one of our most consistent receivers throughout the past like 7-8 years. But what has he really done? He hasn't done much because he hasn't had an opportunity to do much. We have a receiver here that was going to be one of the greatest receivers that has played this sport.
Right.
And then, we had a GM that decided like, hey, we don't want to deal with those antics. They shipped him off. A man got a ring.
Yeah.
So a lot of people do that. As soon as they leave, they seem to, that jewelry kind of finds them quick.
Exactly.
It's crazy how fast that happens. But I'm telling you, look, I think he's just going to be a veteran presence. He's going to be in a position that he facilitates things for us, not necessarily makes it a circus. I think it'll be a circus that first week.
Yeah.
Why isn't Odell starting? But I don't think it'll be something that lingers throughout the whole year. Like once we know, like you don't really hear his name like that when it was Baltimore. But he played well.
Baltimore's media is not New York's media.
I know. You're right.
So
You're
I'm
right.
just saying, like,
but he played well. And it's like, I'm talking about his name. Like you didn't really hear much when he was out there, but he played well. It was quiet, but he was a good receiver, like a secondary option, third option to Lamar.
If something did happen, would we know? If something did happen, would we know? It's Baltimore media. And the thing is, it's like, all right, boom. Odell's out there, bro. You think he's blocking as hard as Darnell Mooney if he has to block? This man is just like, bro, nah, if I get one more injury, I'm really done. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So it's like, it's bittersweet because it's Odell. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like that one person, like, dang, you got that sweet spot for, a special place in your heart. Like, all right, yeah, you can come back, but you're going to hurt me. I feel like you're going to hurt me more than you help me, in my opinion.
Nah, I see where you come from.
So
I get it. It's the Giants fan in me.
Yeah, I know, right? The Giants fan be what if he come back,
bro?
On third down, he's gonna get one-on-one coverage because Malik Neighbors gonna get the double, and we know Odell gonna catch it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And then he do that in 3 games straight. Now everybody else gonna get mad. Like, hold up, why are we not getting those passes our way when it's one-on-one coverage? You know what I'm saying? And then Jackson Dart over there doing dances with Odell, and now they choreographed him, and everybody else getting tight because Darnell Mooney ain't got no, dance like that. You know what I'm saying, or something. So it's a whole. I feel like it's more trouble than more blessing. But I do hear it. Like, all right, we do need that veteran presence. We do need that guy in the locker room that's going to be like, yo, step up. Who's going to be the guy who's going to be like, oh, all right. If y'all need me to go out there and make this play, I'm gonna make this play.
Yeah.
But it's
We're gonna see, man.
Yeah.
I hope he comes back. I hope it's not. If he does come back, I hope it's not all of that to where it's like a whole issue. I hope it's beneficial for the team and not detrimental.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Right. I mean, if he comes back at the right time, then yeah, it'll be sweet. You know, like I'm saying, I'm not against him coming back. It has to be at the right time. All right, Darius Slayton, is it, playing well, or he got injured, knock on wood, or Darnell Mooney isn't playing well, he got injured, knock on wood. Calvin Austin's a slot. Odell wasn't really he played almost everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But
No, I get it.
yeah, so
I get it.
that's where I'm at with it.
All right. And then we're gonna move right along. We should slide into the standard, the big blue standard. Are we building a future or are we chasing the past? That was a good question. The reason why I asked that question is because I saw, of course, we just talked about it. We got talks about Odell coming back.
Yeah.
We got
talks to JPP.
JPP sending messages talking about, hey, if y'all need a defensive lineman, hey, look, I'm available and things like
stuffer,
that.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he was saying. Like, I come out and stop the run.
It's again, it's kind of like a loaded question because they haven't made any moves towards that. So it's like, we don't really know if they're going to engage with those players, but it's interesting to see
that players want to come here and
they see the juice, they see the excitement, they see what's happened in New York. All right. Rolling back in. So we're rolling into the standard. Are we building a future or chasing the past?
Shoot, I think I could start off with this one. I think we are building towards the future, using some building blocks of the past. The future is looking bright. With Jackson Dart, our offense, Matt Nagy, some new key players, Isaiah Likely, Greg Roman, a different run game. More, I think, we're building towards a run heavy centered team, but being able to pass from those sets. So that'll be good. Building towards the future on defense. I feel like that's what we'll be addressing more in the draft. I feel like we're gonna get probably. I think John's gonna make a nice splash on a pickup with pick number 37th. We'll probably pick up some more offensive. This is a good pool of offensive linemen, guards this year. Hopefully, we make a trade or something so we can get another pick in the top 100 and start making some picks that are really able to help us this year because we don't have a right guard solidified. Dexter Lawrence's help isn't there yet. We got some DBs, but nobody that's really, like you said, scary that really makes defenses think about us. The biggest key pickup on defense was Tremont Edmonds. And, he's a solid linebacker, 100 tackles each year. He's been in the NFL, had some postseason experience, but we need more. We need our defensive line is solid. The edges, Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, that's good. And then it's just our interior line. It's just Dexter Lawrence. So, we pick up a linebacker, aka Sonny Styles or somebody else, or even if we go get Caleb Downs, that'll really help our defense move in the right direction. So I feel like we're really building towards the future, even though we've had some players from the past. We spoke about OBJ, and then you had spoke about a little bit of JPP. Maybe he comes in and makes a difference, but I believe that we're building towards the future in the right direction. Hopefully we can change the narratives. Everyone's got a clean slate. The narratives on like Deonte Banks, Drew Phillips, he was, kind of touchy as far as getting a lot of penalties and things like that. He was playing well, but, we cleaned some of that stuff up. The quote we had earlier when we saying we got to stop the run. That's paramount. We don't want teams getting 4 to 5 yards a clip We want teams maybe getting 1 yard a rush and feeling like there's no point in running the ball. You know, we want teams throwing 30 to 50 times a game because, you know, they got to throw short passes because they just can't run the ball. It doesn't even make sense. So,
no, I'm with you. I definitely I agree exactly what you're saying. I think we are building for the future. Even all the moves, even if we're trying to pluck little pieces of the past and move them forward.
Okay.
I think we're still gearing up for the future. Our main objective is to win. Our main objective is to stop the run and win games. Harbaugh said both. I plan on winning all games that I play. And I plan on, and what he say before, like, if you're running at a 5-yard clip, like, that is paramount. It is detrimental. We cannot have that. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a whole new mentality in New York. And I'm riding the train, bro. We ready. We ready. Let's keep it moving. And Harbaugh, we trust. We're going to keep it moving, bro. I hope that we can get to OTAs. Everybody stays healthy.
Yeah.
We get to one thing that I love is like they're about to practice in like West Virginia or something. I think they're doing the OTAs. So the fact that they're all going to travel together, the camaraderie that they're about to build with one another, no other team is doing that. Everybody else does their thing at home, and people go home and things like that.
Yeah.
So people are overlooking that. I think there's a lot of things happening in the next couple of weeks. We got the draft coming up.
Yeah.
And then you know, we got the OTAs, then we got preseason, and it's on and popping from there. But like, I think right now we're definitely flowing in the right direction.
Right.
Harbaugh's doing the right thing. He's got the right coaching staff. Joe Shane's still up there, man. And as far as I'm concerned, if he's a master scout with a crazy title, he's been a decent scout. Look, they might get something out of Evan Neal the way these videos looking. So it's that might save his career right there. He might get 2 more years if Evan Neal looks nice this year, because that means, boom, him and Kayvon go crazy this year. Yeah. Like, Joe Shane looks like an amazing GM right now.
I know, right? Well, it looks good for our coach Harbaugh.
Yeah.
If we can get something more out of Evan Neal, and you know, he can start playing some good ball for us. I mean, maybe we don't have to necessarily let him go. We can re-sign him to an actual deal that makes sense for the long term. So
yeah.
And Harbaugh we trust, man.
And Harbaugh we trust, man. Look, we're gonna wrap it up. Happy holidays to you guys. We're gonna keep it moving. If you like the conversation that you heard, this is the conversation that you have with your Giants family, you know where to find us. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the new era. This is the standard.
From the city where pressure makes legends. This is Big Blue Reborn. Big Blue checking, we start with the facts. Spotlight on the moment, who really got next? Roll call for the city where the real ones at. The standard at the end, no excuses, no cap. Big Blue Reborn. This is the standard. This is Big Blue Reborn. From the city where pressure makes legends.